Now it's time for more of Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's talk Hookup. Get ready for more of the best fishing information and the hottest tips on improving your angling skills. Let's Talk Hookup is sponsored in part by Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup. Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. And by Rancho Leonero, where your wildest Baja dreams come true. And now, Southern California's sports fishing voice, the hosts of Let's Talk Hookup, Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Maxa, and Corey Sandin.
And welcome back. Hour number 2, Let's Talk Hookup, right here on the Let's Talk Hookup app and the Martyr 1090 ESPN Radio. Pete Gray here with Rock Cod Rick Maxa, awaiting the day when he's going to become a dad.
Yeah.
It's any hour now. I'm still saying maybe this weekend.
Doug called
Could happen.
Doug called the 16th about the day that we found out we were pregnant,
which is tomorrow.
Right, that's his birthday.
Oh,
so
okay.
Doug has been calling the 16th since we found out we were pregnant. And it was going to be in that zone. So
could be. Oh my.
Yeah. So for 9 months, Kern has been calling the 16th.
16th.
So
what could happen?
Yeah, we're ready for it.
Well,
Dallas is extra ready.
I can imagine, for sure. Well, hey, we're here in the world headquarters of Let's Talk Hookup right next to San Diego Land. Is here with Bob Hoose and Captain Duane Diego, Pinnacle Sport Fishing, Costa. So we're talking Costa Sunglasses, our new sunglass partner here on Let's Talk Hookup. Very proud to be associated with such a fine group of people. And time for the catch report.
Yeah, buddy, it's time to find out what's biting out there today. Today, our fishdope.com report is sponsored by Summit Gasoline. Discount Everingham Brothers live bait gift certificates, ice, fishing licenses, beer, soda, water, snacks, coffee, and the best price on gas and diesel at Summit Gasoline at the San Diego Sports Arena. They're an easy in and out pull through with your boat and trailer, and for a limited time, you get 100 pounds of free ice with a minimum of a 35-gallon purchase. You heard that right, 100 pounds of free ice. There's no better place to get your gas and load up on everything you need to go fishing than Summit Gasoline at the Sports Arena in San Diego. We're going to start off with our private boater buddy, Captain Mark Wish of Pacific Edge is on the line. Good morning, Mark.
Hey, good morning, Ricky and Pete, Bob, Duane. And Duane, happy birthday, buddy.
Hey, thanks, Mark.
Nice to hear you on the show there. So, guys, we got a crazy combination of weather events this morning. I don't think we've ever had a show where we've had both a sprinkle of rain, some northeast wind, and a tsunami advisory in place all at the same time. So that tsunami thing it's pretty interesting. There was a tremendous volcanic eruption over there by Tonga, and they had a tsunami there, and the whole Pacific is on alert, as are we. And I just got notice a little bit ago they've closed the beaches and harbors here for a while this thing shakes itself out. You know, some of these turn out to be next to nothing. You don't even notice them, and some of them get to be substantial. So especially for you guys thinking about doing any surf fishing or breakwater fishing or poking around on beaches at Catalina, I'd definitely not do that here this morning until this thing shakes itself out there. So in terms of some fishing news, there's no big bites going on right at the moment that I know of anyway, but we definitely got a few interesting tidbits for sure. So on the outside there at San Nicolas, there's always a little bit of squid comes and goes out there, but man, major volume showed up, and unfortunately the whole fleet from all up and down the coast got out there and mopped it up. But there's been a little bit of yellows out there on the bait grounds and a few other spots. And, obviously the weather at Nick's a big issue, but when the weather's decent, there is some of that good grade yellow around. Had nothing from SBI this week. And remember, if you guys are heading out that way, that codfish is closed here until March 1st. And then at Catalina, it's getting to be that time, guys. We're getting some rumors of some of that bigger grade sea bass floating around. Those things are stealthy and a little hard to find, especially at this time of year, but it is getting to be that time of year. So that's been shallow water backside east, along with some of that halibut. Halibut fishing's been quite good again this year. It almost always is early season over at Catalina, and nobody hardly messes with them at all. They're uptight on the beaches, but again, not today with this tsunami thing. And offshore, I got an interesting report from one of my customers here. This is a little over a week old now, but they ran from here down to the 302 there in the southeast corner of the bank. They found a little spot of 61-degree blue water with lots of life, bait, birds, whales, and jumping bluefin tuna. And they were in search of swordfish, and they had 2 bites, and they actually captured one. I saw a picture of it laying on the deck. So congratulations, Jim and Steve. I think that's probably the first one for 2022. Nice going there. And, they drifted out there, and the weather was really nice that day. It's about a week ago. And he showed me a little video. He said there was a lot of bait around the boat, and he said they were sories. And I was shocked when they showed me this little video. I mean, it looked like a major float of squid. Those things were so thick, but they're definitely sories. And it's really nice to see that sory around here because, along with 61-degree blue water and lots of bait, who knows, maybe an albacore will get lost and show up down here.
Wow.
Sour fish. So, yeah, it was an interesting report. There's still a hint of that tuna out there on the Tanner Bank, it sounds like. Maybe they'll get some coverage here this weekend, but I don't know. Feels pretty good for the start of this year.
Heck yeah, man. And, of course, fishdope.com. Dan, Jeff, and the boys always have the good information there. $20 off a new membership to fishdope.com using the code Hookup Now, lowercase, no space. $20 code. They have all the water charts, chlorophyll charts. They have the the reports. Everything you need is right there at fishdope.com for one low price for the entire year. And, Mark, how do we find you?
Well, P, we're in Huntington Beach. We're on the corner of Bolsa Chica and Edinger, and the phone number at the store is code 714-840-4262. The website's PacificEdgeTackle.com. And watch out for them tsunamis, guys.
Yeah,
might be interesting.
be careful. Yeah. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate that. We'll talk to you next Saturday.
All right.
You got it. We'll see you guys.
Let's head on now down to San Diego, over to Seaforth Sport Fishing, and talk to our buddy Marcos. Marcos, what's going on at Seaforth?
Oh, we're going to be waiting for Marco. So in the meantime, let's go ahead and jump into the phones.
You got it. How we're going to talk to Harry calling us from La Jolla this morning. Good morning, Harry. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Well, good morning. When I first called in, I had a bunch of questions about prescriptions, and you guys are so very thorough that all my questions have already been answered. You've been talking about colors of lenses, the importance of having the right color to have the best clarity and what have you. My ski goggles have changeable lenses. Has Costa thought about possibly making a frame that would allow a pop-in lens where we could buy extra lenses of different colors to pop them in?
We've talked about it, and there's some challenges with that type of system, but it's certainly on our radar, and hopefully sooner than later we can figure out the best way to do that, where you have a frame that fits your face, and you could have your gray glass, your green mirror, your blue mirror and just pop them in and out depending on the time of day. So it's on our radar. We just have some challenges to work through to get there.
The problem is Costa lenses are so secure. That's the problem.
It's very hard to pop them out.
They don't just come out for sure. Yeah, they're great.
Yeah. Great. Thanks for the question.
Thanks, Harry. Appreciate the call this morning.
Well, we had a great text come through. This is a question for Duane with Pinnacle. I'm looking to get into kite fishing for big tuna, and the electronics on my boat are old. How important are new electronics for you in terms of finding big tuna? What's more important, your eyeballs or your machines? I know you're a Furuno guy. Which transducer do you recommend, etc.? That's all from Todd and Costa Mesa.
Lots of good questions.
Wow, okay, cool. If I had to choose one, I'd choose my eyes over electronics, 100%. Electronics definitely help out after you've found the fish, which most of the time is with your eyeballs. The big key with me is using Furuno, and the most important tool to me, besides my up and down on my Furuno, which is a TZ Touch 3, is having the DFF 3D small boat side scan, so I can see 300 feet out and down on both sides of my boat.
It works.
It works extremely well, and the big thing with that for me is I can tell which way it's walking. So if I get on a eyeball spot a fish, I run it over, put out a kite, get bit, I can see which way it's walking. It'll either walk up swell or walk down swell.
It'll go one side of the screen or the other.
Exactly. So we know kind of which way to drive. I've had it where you would swear it was walking west into the wind, and it's all swimming down swell, and to watch a bunch of boats go to the west like you typically should or would, and we, just because we saw it on our side scan, walked to the east, went to the east, and kept finding more and more and more. So it plays a really important role. As far as transducers go, we're running B175L and B175H, both made by Airmar both chirp.
Two seminars.
Yeah.
Two
One
separate ones.
one dedicated to low frequency chirp, and then one dedicated to high frequency chirp, and it gives us incredibly clean pictures. You can literally count the fish, tell you how big they are, everything.
And does the side scan need a separate transducer?
Yeah, it needs a DFF 3D.
Okay.
So it's like a shoebox that goes through whole like dead middle of your keel, and then we have our smaller transducers on each side of that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. So you don't have to poke a hole for the transducer for the side scan.
You do.
You do.
Large
Yeah.
hole.
Okay. Yeah.
A very large hole, not a little hole.
Right in the center.
Very large hole.
Is there anything worse than having a brand new boat and then watching a big giant hole get drilled right through the bottom of it? I mean, you know that something cool is going to go in there, but the pucker factor is very high when you're watching a hole saw, or in that case, a shoebox hole, like going into a brand new boat. Like, man,
I did it for the first one, the Tan 25. I was like, I want to be around. I want to make sure I understand how this is all done in case I want to do it or whatever. And I'm like, oh man,
and from then on out, you don't want to see it.
I'm good. I'm totally good.
Wow.
So.
That's good stuff.
Great text.
Yeah, great text. Thanks a lot. Let's jump in the phone.
Sounds good. How about this time we talk to John? He's calling us from San Diego this morning. Good morning, John. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you today?
Great.
What's up, John?
My doctor says I'm starting to get cataracts from the sun. I was wondering which is the better, just the regular dark gray lens, or is the mirror lens better for keeping the most sun away?
Protecting your eyes.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
For the most protection from sunlight, that would be our blue mirror, and that would be your best bet. A blue or a green mirror. The blue is at the top as far as sunlight protection, and then green mirror, and then gray.
Okay. All right.
Very good.
Good answer. Hey, thanks a lot for the call this morning.
All right, let's jump back into him and talk to Eddie. Eddie's calling us from Vista this morning. Hi, Eddie. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Good morning. Hey, I got a testimony, and you just answered one of my questions about the mirror lenses. But testimony, I've been wearing Costas for 21 years. I actually got a picture I just looked at of me with a bluefin tuna on the outer limits, and I got Costas on, so I know that.
Cool, Eddie.
Okay, so I wear Fathoms and Brines, and I wear those in C-mates. And I noticed the Fathoms don't show on the website that you can get those in C-mates anymore. Is that true?
That's true, and I think if you're wearing Fathoms, I think the tuna alloy is going to be your best bet. That's a very similar style, and we make that in the C-mates, the 1.5, 2.0, 2.5 readers. So come down. What city are you in?
He's in Vista.
Vista. Okay, you can come down here to Fisherman's Landing. Try on a pair of tuna alloys.
You could go to Turner's in San Marcos too.
Yeah, Turner's. And,
go see Lori over there.
And if the tuna alloy fits, you can order the C-mates in whatever lens color you want.
All right. Hey, Eddie, hope that helps you out. Thanks a lot for the phone call this morning. Have an interesting text. There's a very good question here. Hey, guys, I'm a mailman, and this is from Brian in Foothill Ranch. He says, I want a best lens for a delivery guy who's constantly going in and out of buildings. Interesting question. So wants something that's not too dark, but dark enough to protect him from the sun.
So interesting enough, I promoted out my mailman.
Shocker. Who's promoting somebody out? That just seems so not like you.
I'm working from my home, and I'm like, listen here, mailman, you're going to wear these. And he has said, I've offered him, blue mirror, green mirror, copper, and the gray glass. And over the past couple years, he's rocking the gray glass, and it's
the gray.
Gray lens, every condition, in and out of houses, dogs biting you, chasing you down the street. Gray glass, and rather than the poly lens, the glass is going to hold up for your type of work, in and out of the truck. And
what's the difference between the poly lens and the glass lens?
Scratch resistant.
Scratch.
Yeah.
And weight.
Yeah,
Okay.
and weight. Yeah.
But the clarity
Same.
is
Yeah,
same.
Same.
So
yeah.
no more advantage on the clarity versus
it's
glass
just
versus the poly.
The poly is a softer material and it's lighter, as Rick was saying. We see a lot of cyclists, in sports activities where that lightness will make a difference. 100% of the anglers I work with, it's all glass. Lens.
Glass.
Yeah.
If you're gonna clean those things with your shirt, you better have a glass lens.
Yeah,
You're gonna
because if you clean them
very-
if you clean them with your shirt and you have a poly lens, they're going to scratch.
You're gonna have salt. Salt's already on your shirt.
Yeah,
Salt's
you
on the
got
shirt from the bait tank, from your cast, whatever. So if you just think about it under a microscope, you got your shirt that's got a bunch of salt crystals on it. You smash them into your lens to swipe your fingerprint off, or that little dusting that your reel gave it, of spray when you made your cast. You're scratched.
Yeah.
So. Okay, so I have I have to wear C-mates because I have to wear readers and stuff like that. I like the C-mates. So, so can you get a reader in a prescription lens? Like if you wanted to pay extra and get a prescription lens in glass, can you do that kind of thing?
Yeah, the
that way you don't
optometrist will work. He'll put
you do that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, your optometrist will check your eyes, and you're going to tell him what you're looking for.
And then you could put like a progressive lens in there.
All what the optometrist does is they take a clear, I call them pucks. That's a clear puck. He will build that prescription into the puck. Then they take the Costa lens, whatever color you go with, let's say gray. They're going to put the gray on top, sandwich the prescription lens in between and the inside lens, fabricate it,
and that's a glass lens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or either way.
You don't know that you have multiple layers in there. You just look like a regular pair of shades.
Looks like
just
one
a regular
lens. Yeah.
All right. Very good. Thanks. All right. Hey, look who's on the line.
Our man Marcos from Seaforth. Good morning, Marcos.
Guys, how you doing today?
Doing great, buddy. Good morning.
Staying dry, I hope.
I mean, right this second, yes. We get outside the door here, maybe not so much.
A little bit of rain. Doesn't look too bad on the water. A little bit of swell there briefly, but everything's back to normal there.
Did you see any indication from the tsunami?
Not really. I mean, the boat's bumped around a bit. The water level raised a little bit. But if they hadn't said there was a tsunami coming, we wouldn't have even known. New Seaforth's out there. They beat the swell out there. And its picture Brian just posted is actually beautiful out there. So nothing bad there, besides the calico bass swimming around in the office here. But beyond that, we've had some great fishing all week here. The New Seaforth fishing those trips down in Mexico on those extended half day, very good deep water fishing there for those rock cod and other bottom fish. I mean, yesterday 25 anglers had 205 fish. Day before that, 13 had 130. So very good fishing there. Sea-Watch fishing locally, still plugging away at that bass. Yesterday they caught 17 sand bass, 3 calico bass, released a bunch of fish, had some sculpin in there also. So very good fishing on those trips. And like I said, if you haven't put your gear away yet, don't just clean it up, get out there fishing, because it's still good fishing out there. We have some boats out on some longer trips this weekend. The Pacifica on a day and a half, the Tribute on a 2.5 day, so we're waiting for some reports from them, see how they do. Pacifica caught a few bluefin last week fishing offshore. I think they had 4 bluefin, so not a spectacular day, but we're talking about bluefin fishing in January, so the fact they got anything was still pretty nice there. So, like I said, check the website, seaforthlanding.com. Got our full schedule up there for those half days, those full days. Next weekend, the Tribute's a day and a half trip down the coast. Following weekend also. So there's definitely some other options in there. If you just want to get out on the water, but you don't want to spend a lot of time out there, we're still running those whale watching trips, and it's a peak of gray whale season now. We're seeing gray whales. I saw some Rizzo's dolphins the other day, so very good on the whale watching as well. Seaforthlanding.com. Can make all your reservations up there. Our full schedule's up there. Give us a call at the office, 619-224-3383. Come down, visit us in person. Get your gear tuned up and get ready to get right back out there.
I love it, Marcos. Great job. Great report. Glad to hear things are going through. Those extended Mexico deep water rock cod trips sound really cool, man. That's a great option. Very smart run to put together for right now. Well, great report, buddy. We'll look forward to talking to you next week.
We'll talk to you then, guys.
All right, thanks a lot. Again, that's going to wrap up our catch board today, sponsored by the Fish Pros at Fisherman's Processing in San Diego. Not only do they offer the best processing for your fish when your trip returns to the San Diego landings, as well as your private boat catch, but now with Fish Pros The Market, you can purchase fresh fish. They have smoked and jerkied fish, all of their spices, rubs, their smoked cheese, the famous tuna burger, and that amazing poke kit. Stop by their location in Old Town on Taylor Street or call for details and order online at fishermansprocessing.com.
Have a great text here from Mario in Pasadena. He says, Duane, tell us about your fleet of boats and who your captains are and what's a typical day for you guys, departure time, range, etc.
All right. Like I said, we're running 3 Parker boats. We have 2 28s, one we got last year, one we're taking delivery of in April this year.
Wow.
Ooh,
And
nice.
Brand new.
Yeah, another brand new one.
Nice.
From West Coast Marine.
Yep. From
Wow.
down there at West Coast. And then we have a 25 Tam boat. That's our original one. I've got Ryan Kyle working. He's running the Tan 25. And then Cameron Bingham, he's running the 28. Both really, really, really good guys. Great fishermen. They work really hard. Great positive attitudes. Typically, we run 12-hour trips. That's our specialty. Small groups up to 4.
Up to 4.
Yeah. Big fish, our departure time's around 9 a.m., get back around 9 p.m. If we're doing the
12-hour trip.
Yeah, exactly. If we're doing the regular offshore thing, islands thing, local full day, it's a 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. trip.
I always thought that 9 o'clock departure was such a smart move on your guys' part. Like, nothing really gets going. The fish get gathered up, and like you're still there when everyone else has bailed. And so many times see afternoon hits happen. Like, I just think that's so smart of you guys.
Yeah, it was kind of a dice roll a few years ago when we started it, but so many times we were driving away from it when it was really getting going. Or a lot of those days when you get not a lot of condition, you get that evening breeze, like last hour of the light. That seems pretty consistent. And then obviously it's low light, so you get the low light opportunities where the fish might mess up a little bit more. So it just made more sense, and it's worked out for the better, I think, for us, for sure.
I'm sure it's not easy on the captain when the boat's hitting the dock at 9 o'clock. You've still got cleanup and time. I'm sure that's a hard on your end, but customer coming first, like that's a great move.
Yeah, thanks.
All right. And so if somebody wants to book a trip with you, what's cost? How do they get a hold of you?
Yeah, we have a varying cost rates list depending on trip.
How far you go, et cetera.
Well, it's more just the trip type, whether it's Yellowtail to Islands or local offshore or trophy bluefin, and then per boat, 25 prices and 28 prices. But you can check all those out at www.pinnaclesportfishing.com. It's also got our phone number on there, so just give a call, and we'll get you guys on the books.
Still spots for this year?
Yeah, we have a little bit of spots left. Say we're about 2/3 full. So
wow.
Yeah.
And can you pick your captain? Like if somebody wants to fish with Duane Diego?
You can. I'm full for the year. I fill up pretty quick. Cameron tends to fill up right after me, and then Ryan. Just Ryan's newer on the block, but they all do a great job. But it seems the last 2 years that's how it's happened.
Gotcha.
But we, Cameron's still got a little bit of space. Ryan's got plenty of space. So
all right.
Cameron's such a great fisherman, and like just and Ryan as well. But Cameron's like such the like positive attitude. How long did it take with him running the boat till people started calling you saying like, hey, I want to fish with that guy? You know what I mean? That had to be.
Yeah, like,
from a guy that was a one-man show, like that's got to be a great but also strange feeling when somebody calls you saying, hey, I want to fish with your other guy. Like,
I
when
love
that
it.
happening?
That's what I root for almost immediately.
That's cool.
He developed his
he's awesome.
Yeah, his own little clientele like right away. Guys really liked his attitude. He's a go-getter. He's really funny, really fun to be around. He's a frother. Like the guy gets excited over everything, which is awesome. No bad attitude. And that's what we're always looking for in our captains. We love to do this, and why we do it. So it's rad that they show it like that personally.
Totally. It comes from such a fishing family.
Yeah, exactly. It's in his blood.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
good crew there, no doubt about it.
Does everybody in your crew wear Costas?
Yeah, everybody.
Everybody wears Costas.
Cameron and I wear the Spiro XLs.
Which is one of the glasses we're giving away today.
Yeah,
right?
we love them to death. Those frames are just awesome. And then Ryan wears the Fergs.
Okay.
Ferg, yeah.
Ferg.
Yeah. I was wearing Ferg before Spiro XL came out. So,
all right. Very good.
I would say along Duane's comments, if you want to go catch a bluefin this season, you need to book your trip now. I mean, across the board.
It doesn't matter whether it's with Pinnacle Sport Fishing or anybody. Right now,
I was looking at some of the Costa sponsored trips that we do on the boats right here in our backyard at Fisherman's Landing. And I was just amazed going over their schedules. They're all booked.
Everything's full.
They're all full. I
Yeah.
mean, 1 to 3 day trips, prime time, they're full.
And the boats
Waiting
that aren't
list.
full,
Yeah.
it's like 1 or 2 spots here
Yeah.
or there, and that's before the season has started. So
Yeah.
I mean, you're right. If you know you're wanting to go, man, just
Call
just
Cameron
do
and
it.
Ryan
Yeah,
and
do it now
get it booked.
because those few spots with Ryan and Cam, they're not going to be long.
No, yeah. Last year, I think our whole fleet was full by like July 1st.
Wow.
So
It's going to be before that this year.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
for sure. The phone's going off the hook.
So speaking of trips, people have been asking, getting multiple phone calls, emails. Are you going to do the 2-day Let's Talk Hookup Liberty trips in September and October this year? And I got in touch with Doug Kern. He says, yeah, we're working on it. So stay tuned. We should have an announcement here in the next week of when those trips will be and how we're going to put them together. The 2-day Liberty trips are very, very popular in the fall. So
Taro's in the same boat right now that I will be in another few weeks. He and Gina just had their first baby,
yeah.
a few weeks ago. So
Yeah.
I'm sure he's got boat work,
And he's
new
doing
baby,
major renovation.
new sole owner of the boat. Like he's got a lot.
He's got his hands
He's
full.
got a lot going on right now.
Yeah, for sure.
No
Look who's
doubt.
on the line. Bart Hall. Good morning, Bart.
Good morning, Pete and Rick and Bob and Duane. How you doing?
Great.
Good morning.
What a great show.
We're having fun.
I just had to call in to give my Costa testimonial. You know,
Okay.
I wear prescription lenses. I have 3 pairs of sunglasses. 2 of them I use for golf, 1 for cloudy days, 1 for sunny days, and I use 1 pair for fishing because I found that it works best ever. And 2 of those are Costas, and they're just the best. The most comfortable. You know, Bob, when I figure I got a good pair of sunglasses on, when I forget I have them on.
Right.
Yeah, if it fits your face and you got the right pair, stick with it. And I like your style. Keep one pair on the boat, 1 in the golf cart, and 1 for maybe Eastern Sierra trout trips.
There you go. There you go. Well, you know, it's plus for me. I mean, I'm that guy that I don't know what rod or reel I'm fishing with. I say, hey, Rick, what should I use? Oh, here, do this or that. I say, okay, great. And then I go to one of the shows I produce, and you or Bill will say, I want some glasses. Well, put these frames on. These are the best for you. What lenses? Well, these are the best for you. I don't even know what they're called, but they're great.
They work.
No, they're right.
Yeah, just listen to Bob, and he'll tell you what to do. Yeah, for
That's
sure.
right. Let's Bob.
Cool. Hey,
Anyway,
Bart, nice to hear from you, Bart.
Thanks, Bart.
Thank you.
All right, thanks for the call.
Hey, we had a great
Goodbye.
text come through. This one was from Scott in Escondido. Says, I have 3 solid rigs, my fly line and outfit, sinker rig, and my flat fall. I'm looking to add a 4th for surface iron yellowtail fishing and want to know Duane's suggestions for a best casting rod and reel. Scott in Escondido.
All right. My go-to is Daiwa Saltiga 40 HA. It's the Star Drag. You can fill it all the way to the top, I think like 440 or 420 yards of 80-pound. Slap that thing on an Alua, a 9.3 Alua.
80-pound
braid.
braid.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
straight braid.
And you're a straight braid straight to the lure? You fish like a little 2 or 3 foot piece of fluoro?
Yeah, I fish a little top shot depending on what I'm fishing for. If it's yellows, I'll fish mono. If it's bluefin, I'll fish fluoro, usually a little bit heavier fluoro. But with that setup, you should be able to put in the time and effort to land anything you can cast at around here.
That's cool.
Yeah, and so you're using a 10-foot Alua?
I'm using a 9.3.
A 9.3,
Yeah, and
okay.
you can rail those. We've had fish
you can?
well over 200 pounds on the surface lure on those.
Really?
Yeah.
Whew.
Now, does your gear change? Well, I mean, obviously, rail rod fishing is exactly that. It's it's adapted from utilizing the rail on a sport boat, and the rail comes up to a guy's waist or higher. Does that change on your boats? Do you fish the same gear and just get lower? Do you put a guy on the bow rail? Do you keep it in the rod? Like, how does I mean, you guys have such success fighting fish from a small boat with technique, adapted from a large, sport fishing boat. How does things change for you, or does it not at all? From
It doesn't
Pinnacle
really
to-
change too much. I mean, if a guy's, if his body can do it, we put him on the rail down in the cockpit. If the fish wants to be down there, if somebody's like a little less savvy or their body can't handle being really low on the rail in the cockpit, we'll walk them up to the bow or walk the fish up there. But it's just basic using the rail.
Drop down to a knee and put their rest the grip on the rail.
Yeah, exactly. And it doesn't vary too much from the sport boat size, except again, like you guys know, the cockpit rail is pretty low. But
on that Parker though, you can get up on the bow and almost sit down.
And
get it on the rail, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. That works really well. So in a perfect world, we have 2 up there and 2 in the back.
Perfect world.
Does boat position come into it all? Because I know you do a lot of fishing elsewhere too. We were talking about that before the show. You fish in Panama and you fish all over the place. And I know some of those Panama fisheries where they're catching big fish on poppers with spinning gear. Their boat position is so much of it, driving the boat around and corkscrewing fish and things like that. Do you use the boat when you're fishing on big bluefin, or
no?
Are you using heavy enough kite tackle that you get in a drift and wind the thing home? Like, how does that all work?
Yeah, most of our fish, I mean, if we are moving, we're moving like a knot or two, just barely getting that flyer skipping around. And then once we're bit, the motors are off and up. And the ultimate goal is really to get everybody bent on that boat. So really, once you're tight, we're sending out more flyers and trying to get everybody involved. And then it's kind of more you're following the fish out and around and the motors and up the bow and back down. You get the full tour of the boat.
So cool. you'll if there's fish around, you'll get all 4 anglers on a big fish.
Goal. We want to have every rod bent on that boat on big fish.
Sweet.
So cool. Hey, when we come back, we got a lot more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way, including more of your phone calls and texts. You stay tuned. You're listening to Let's Talk Hookup on the mightier 1090 ESPN Radio.
Hey guys, this is Ali Husseini from Local Knowledge and BD Outdoors. I'm a lucky guy in so many ways, and one thing I'm really grateful for is my little brother Yosef. Yosef is not only a fellow angler, but he's also an amazing realtor that specializes in helping us in the angling community find the ultimate home. If you own a home, get a free no-obligation evaluation online now by typing in SoCalHomeEval.com. That's SoCalHomeEval.com. All you do is put in your address and you'll get a home value report immediately sent to your email. No pressure, no obligations, just answers. Yosef is the SoCal real estate go-to guy. He's helped me and so many of my fellow fishing buddies find what they're looking for in a home. He knows anglers and he understands the real estate market. Not only that, but he's also a really nice guy. How many brothers can you say that about? Go to SoCalHomeEval.com and find out where you stand in the real estate market, and then get with Yosef and find your ultimate home. Again, go to SoCalHomeEval.com and we'll see you on the water.
One of the dream trips for most anglers is Alaska. There are so many lodges. How do you make a choice? It's easy. Choose the one most Let's Talk Hookup listeners return to time after time. Kingfisher Charters in Sitka, Alaska. No one does it better than Kingfisher Charters. They offer the best service, the most comfortable accommodations, fantastic food, and the finest charter captains in Sitka. All for the ultimate value. One visit and you will understand why nobody beats Kingfisher Charters. Sitka is famous for some of the best runs of salmon in Alaska. And if giant Alaskan halibut is your target, the expert captains at Kingfisher Charters know the hot spots and can put you on a fish of a lifetime. Plenty of rockfish and huge lingcod are there too. And when it comes to fish processing, the best in Alaska is Kingfisher Charters. It's all included in your package. In fact, everything's included except tips. It is truly amazing how the Kingfisher crew continues the quality of service they deliver year after year. Kingfisher Charters, 800-727-6136, or check kingfishercharters.com.
Hi, this is Scott Sherman for Snap Insurance. I'm back from City Hall and ready to help you with all your insurance needs. I can provide you with the best in boat insurance at the lowest rates. But there's more to a policy than just a low rate. I know the coverage you need and will make sure your boat and property are covered right. Work with us to wrap your home, auto, and boat policy to save even more money. We can also help you with your commercial or business insurance. Call me, Scott Sherman, at Snap Insurance, 619-908-3100 or snapins.com.
Great fishing is what Seaforth Sports Fishing in Mission Bay is all about. With free parking and fully stocked tackle shop, Seaforth Sport Fishing is a favorite among anglers. Come aboard top boats like the Aztec, Cortez, Endeavor, Apollo, Outer Limits, Elgato Doe, Pride, Polaris Supreme, Tribute, Pacifica, Pacific Voyager, and the Voyager. Plus, the new Seaforth, Sea-Watch, and San Diego offer the finest half and full day trips available. Seaforth Sport Fishing. To charter or schedule, check seaforthlanding.com. Run by fishermen for fishermen in Mission Bay.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. We're having a great time here this morning talking fishing. If you want to get through, phone lines have been packed. It's been a very busy morning. 213-432-1090. Your shot at winning those killer new Costas, the Spiro XLs. One lucky caller is going to walk away with those killer glasses. And then for our texters texting via the Let's Talk Hookup app, we're giving away a pair of those Costa Untangled series. So a very, very fun show going on today.
Very cool. Yeah. All right. Well, let's jump back on the phone.
That sounds good, man. Let's start this one off with Don. He's calling us from Woodland Hills. Good morning, Don. Thanks for joining us here on Let's Talk Hookup.
Hey, guys. Good morning. Really interesting show. First of all, Costa guys, really good website. A lot of great information about your product on there. I've been spending time looking through it. My question is for guys like myself that wear prescription lenses, and I have bifocals, and it gets a little pricey when you start buying prescription lenses, as it is. What one color style would you recommend if you were going to do, just like I do, a lot of, any day and a half to 8-day trips out of San Diego? What one color style would you suggest,
we were
if
talking
that's all you
about
could afford?
this. We were talking about this before the show, and if you're going to just have one pair, especially the prescription, it's going to cost you a lot more. Go with the gray lens. That's an all-around polarized lens. The color, you're going to relate to the color and the silhouettes out on the water. It's good for overcast, sunny days. You can't go wrong with the gray lens.
The gray lens.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be like...
If you're going to do one.
Yeah.
I have 4 or 5 pairs with all with all different colors, but I tell my friends, hey...
What's your favorite color?
It all depends on the light, you know.
Let's say overcast day today.
Right now,
what are you going to wear?
Yeah, gray would.
You're still
going to
wear a gray.
Yeah, gray.
Because that's it's still a pretty dark lens.
Not as dark as you think.
Yeah, that's what's so nice about the Costa Gray is it's not
the mirror,
dark.
not the blue mirror, but the gray.
Blue mirror is for bright sunny days. Bluebird sunny days.
What about like the
lens,
copper?
Duane and I were talking about copper, and there was a lot of excitement years ago on copper, and I tried them, and I went back for my all-condition lens, gray.
Gray. Okay.
Yeah.
I will say this, though. You know who has some of the best eyes when it comes to bluefin tuna is Captain Renee from the Shogun.
Yeah.
And, undoubtedly, that guy is just so good when it comes to picking off breezers and that kind of stuff. And he's a copper silver mirror guy.
Right.
He's a copper silver
Tuna
mirror.
Alley copper silver mirror. I know because he buys them from the shop.
Really?
Yeah. So, and again, you like what you like. Who's to argue that that's not the better or this,
preference.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. All right. So it's all personal preference.
And that's the beauty of it. You come down and you try several pairs on wherever you're going to find them. Like I said, you're going into Turner's, you're coming to our shop, you're going to ECBT, whatever. Go to a place. That's why we carry what we did. We started with a countertop display 20 years ago, and then we moved up, and we had a 72 glass display, but still wasn't enough because you got to have different styles of different colors. So now we've got 2 72 displays and a countertop. We've just, we carry a lot of depth in the fishing styles. We carry a lot of depth in the lifestyle because everybody's face is different. And that's the thing. Like, the lens quality is the same throughout the board, but you got to figure out the frame that fits your face right and then the color that's going to do you the most good. Then once you line all those things up, you got your shades.
This is a dirty little secret, but with the younger Groms and the kids, they will go on the gray lens because it looks cool.
Okay.
You can't look cool, hanging out on the docks with blue mirror. You got it. And they are very concerned with style. And
really?
I'm like, why are you wearing that?
So you got that going for you.
Yeah. But to support them, the gray lens is an excellent choice for all around. But I'm like,
just
really?
And
they're like, hey, I got to look cool.
Plus, you come down the dock with a white frame or a clear frame and a green mirror. Like, we're sending you right back to Miami. Like, we're sending you right back to Miami where you came from, and just keep it rolling. Spinning rod, clear frames, and a green lens. Like, you go right back.
If you're talking
go back
lifestyle,
to Daytona Beach.
entertaining the ladies on the dock, you got to have a gray lens.
All right. There
If
you
you
go.
want some success.
Yeah. Hey, thanks a lot for the phone call this morning, Don. That was a good question, though. That's
for sure it
Go
was.
with gray. Yeah, and then you'd be cool, too.
There you go.
Yeah. So, and you can choose either glass or poly in that prescription.
But we're going to recommend
glass because it won't scratch. Yeah. All right. Hey, another text question from Bill in Scripps Ranch says, since the boat, this is for Duane, since the boat arrives back at the dock so late, how are the fish taken care of if the client wants to use a fish processor? Good question.
We go and get all our fish and stuff them with ice for the ride home. Once we get back to the dock, we re-ice the bags, and we have pickup service as soon as our gate is unlocked the first thing in the morning next day. So,
oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Okay.
The fish actually chill out even harder just sitting.
Yeah, that's
They're
like the better thing for it, right?
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So you'll have a fish pick up and take it to the designated
we have
processor.
Kelly over at Fast and Easy Fish pick up come every morning. Grab those fish
so
for us,
offers a great service there.
So your customer goes home, you take care of the fish, then the fish gets taken to the processor, and then the customer then just deals with the processor. Whether they decide to get it shipped, they come down and pick it up themselves. Whatever scenario exists after that.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Exactly. It's super easy. Lets those guys go get some rest. Lets me go get some rest. Let your fish get a little bit cooler in a bag of ice.
And like you say, that is the better thing for the fish. I mean, for highest quality, you want your fish to be sitting on ice for
at
that
least a
longer period
day.
of time.
Yeah. I mean, those fish, I'd say 98% of the time are coming out of the bags Rigo the next morning. So that's really good.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cutters love that. Fisherman's Processing, you asked Raymond over Fisherman's Process, that's his.
It's like butter for them.
That's his stuff right there.
Butter.
You have a pretty, maybe a more unique regiment too on icing your fish down too, right? You're not just a bag guy. You use a combo of ice and hard cooler and then bag and that kind of thing, right?
We
maybe go over that a little bit.
We carry a lot of ice on our boats. I think we carry minimum 300 pounds a trip.
Holy
we carry it in Yetis. So we've got a 250 and then a couple of the 35s.
Where do you put all those?
Just all over the deck. No, the big Yeti sits after the bait tank there. It's actually a killer seat for guys in the back where we're fishing. And then we have the 235s up against the house. We have them padded so people can sit on those as well. So kind of dual as coolers and seating arrangements. And we stuff those full of ice, and then we put a bag in the house across the front to back in the house. You could even step on it. That's filled with ice too. So all the ice none of it's really melting. And then we slush it as well, so we don't use as much. We're we've done it a while. We've kind of figured out how to make 320 pounds go a long way. Like I said, we core our fish, stuff those things with ice, so they're in bitch and primo condition.
Yeah, when you get back to the dock, and Kelly picks it
no
up.
complaints on fish quality with
That's
us.
cool.
We're pretty stoked on that. We pride ourselves on that.
That is cool.
Speaking of fish quality, some cool new product that it got introduced a while at ICAST, but we just got it into the shop a couple days ago. Is AFTCO is making that Ikejime kit.
Yes,
they're pretty cool. Like we've got, you've been on boats like Royal Star. You've done some of that research where guys will catch a fish, and after they spike it, run that cord down the spinal column to knock out all those nerves from firing. AFTCO's got like a kit for you on your boat, based on different size fish, there's different wire lengths. And a really cool tutorial video on how to get it all done. But those just came through the last couple days. They're really cool. Yeah, these guys did a really good job.
The other cool thing, speaking of fish processing and such, that they came out with a while ago were the pads, the fish absorber pads. Have you seen those?
Yeah.
Like if you're doing rockfish or yellows, you're cutting them on the boat, and you put them in the bag with these fish absorbers. It takes all the fish smell and blood off there. They work really well.
It's just like every piece of beef or chicken that you buy in the from the butcher's got that in it, and it's just nice that when if you're especially if you're going to be storing it and then defrosting it, like when you pull that bag out of your freezer, that thing's just going to absorb all that juice. Everything that makes the fish start to be a little bit funky.
Yep,
it's designed to yank that off of your fillet
right there.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Those guys do a really good job.
They're fishermen,
they're the best.
right?
Yeah, no doubt.
Just like the Costa guys, they're fishermen.
That's it.
They know how to do
we like
stuff
to
with
associate
fishermen.
ourselves with.
That's right. AFTCO, Costa, all the good guys, right? Let's go ahead and jump back on the phones.
You got it. Don, calling us from Oregon, is on the line this morning. Good morning, Don.
Good morning. How are you?
Hi, Don.
Hey, Don.
Hello.
It's Don
Good morning.
Davis.
Is this a Hoose fan?
Yeah, it's the Pacific Northwest lady angler.
Well, good morning, Don.
I'm curious. Good morning. How are you? Can you hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear.
All right. I was curious, what are the best glasses to wear for fishing, whether it be in SoCal for women or up here in Oregon? We get all the conditions. I mean, this summer it was 121, and right now it's overcast and kind of gray.
So for you, Dawn, and maybe with a Bigfoot sighting up there in Pacific Northwest, I think a lot of the lady anglers are rocking the Water Woman style. Water Woman 1 and Water Woman 2. It's a good look for lady anglers. And also we have the Victoria in the Untangled series,
Okay.
and that's a good look. That would be your lifestyle look, fishing right off in your backyard. And then when you're going to come down here this summer and fish with us, I want to see you rocking the Water Woman. And as far as lens goes,
All right.
Yeah, preference. If you like more protection, I could see you in a green or blue mirror. And if you want more of a general polarized lens, go with the gray.
Okay.
Thanks for calling in,
So
Don.
the green-
we miss you. Green
yeah, I
and
know.
blue
We
mirror.
miss you too. And the green and the blue are cool for the women, but not for the men. I'm taking it.
Yes.
We don't have the personality to pull that off.
Yeah,
You know,
we can't rock the mirrors on the dock.
Anyway, hey, Don, nice to hear from you from Oregon. Appreciate the call this morning.
we sell a frame called a Chica, and that's it's a Costa ladies
Yeah,
glass. That's
lifestyle.
probably like our most popular
Chica.
of like
Chica.
So Costa has a whole line for
Whole line
women.
of ladies.
A whole line of
styles.
women's.
Yeah.
And really popular among the
Yeah,
women.
more and more ladies are contacting us with, "Hey, I'm a lady angler. I don't want a lifestyle frame. I want a pair for the boat." And we're guiding them towards either Water Woman or Victoria's been good for us.
So, Hoose, are you saying because I like the green mirror, I'm kind of like a little
Hey,
feminine?
you got
What's up,
you got a
dude?
wedding ring on your hand.
Yeah.
You don't need to entertain the ladies anymore. We'll get you a pair of white frames with green mirror.
No, I'm not going white frame.
You get
I'm sorry.
like a
I'll
coral.
go tortoise, maybe, but that's
coral-
about as far as I'll go.
A coral button-down, vented
Yeah.
back shirt.
Well, I don't think so.
Some white
No,
shorts.
no,
You'd be
no,
styling.
No.
You'd be right
No
on
way.
Daytona Beach.
Yeah, no thanks.
NASCAR.
Yeah. I had a fun text come through. Congratulations on the new partnership. I love my Costas. Question for everybody. I've seen what looks like beanbag chairs on several boats. I have a family member that has some hip and knee issues and needs a stable place to sit when the boat's moving around. Would these work? Are they welcome on sport boats? Would they be welcome on a boat like Duane's? I just want to make sure that I'm out of the way. Looking for your guys' opinion. It's from Corey and Escondido.
Yeah, those things are awesome. They're really comfortable. I usually see people fall asleep when they're sitting in them, so that says a lot. And we're definitely a BYOB boat. Bring your own beanbag. You're good to go.
But they work.
Yeah, they're awesome. They really do.
Beanbags on smaller boats, super comfortable, great places to sit.
Yeah, we have one in. Actually, no, we have two in our V berth. Usually, one gets pulled out every trip. There's definitely someone who wants to sit in that thing on the way out.
Oh
and the way
yeah,
back in.
it's like the most comfortable place. Sitting on the stern, most calm place on the boat.
Yep,
Get in that beanbag, man. You fall asleep
Bring your
real
own
fast.
beanbag. Bring your own beer. Bring your own
Got it all.
flyers.
You guys just provide the bluefins.
Yeah, we provide bluefins.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
just
we
spread
bring-
the most important part.
We bring a heap of flyers too, so you don't have to bring those.
Do you have to provide tackle, or do you guys provide tackle?
Yeah, we provide everything. If
Oh, you
you want to
provide
just
everything.
walk on, just bring your license, your food and drink, you're good to go.
Yeah, you have all the flyers, everything.
Everything.
Yeah,
Everything.
So before we run out of time, I want to mention that I had the opportunity to fly back from Mexico with Renee from the Shogun, the captain. He was flying back from a ride down, fly back on the Shogun, and we can't not talk about the incredible fishing the Shogun and the Red Rooster had down on the lower banks there. Unbelievable. I mean, he said he had 100 wahoo and like 200 and some odd tuna and a lot of fish up to 180. I mean, he said, he just looked at me, Pete, it was really good fishing. And you know how cool Renee is, man.
Right.
He's like the coolest guy in town. And he was like really excited about how good that long range fishing is. So if you're going on a long range trip down to the lower banks, you're stoked right
So
now.
nice to have it back. You know,
Yeah.
it's so nice to have that really good fishing back. And they said they were busy all day, every day,
Yeah.
and good fishing and good in a variety of ways. Fly lining, sinker rig fishing, big bait fishing. It just sounded like it was just a great trip.
Sounded like a really
Stoked
good
for those
trip.
guys.
For sure. Well, let's sneak in one more call.
You got it. How about we talk to Mike, who's got us from Rosemead. Mike, good morning. You got a quick one for us here on Let's Talk Hookup?
Yeah, real quick suggestion. Everybody's talking about what's the best sunglasses to wear. Well, in reality, they're very cheap compared to bringing 4 or 5 fishing rods on that cost probably several $100. So if you have 2 pairs, 3 pairs of sunglasses, it's still a lot cheaper than, like you say, all the gear that you bring on. So that's my suggestion: just buy more sunglasses for their application.
Who's like
Good
that?
answer.
Yeah, good answer. And that's true. You know, changing, especially here in Southern California. It's not like we're in Florida or down in Fiji where Duane goes and stuff like that, where it's, you know, it's bright and sunny in the morning and bright and sunny in the afternoon. Sometimes we get this overcast gray and then it's bright and sunny in the afternoon. So conditions change.
Yeah. There's always 2 or 3 pairs on my boat.
Always,
different
yeah.
lenses. Yeah.
And I feel like we beat gray lens up so much. I know it seems like it's most of our favorites, but don't sleep on the ambers and coppers that Costa make. They are fantastic lenses. Great for color contrast. Great for discerning, you know, kelp from water. Great from determining rock from weed line. Looking into. I mean, there's a ton of benefit of those. I'm a gray guy. Sounds like these guys are too, but. Do not sleep on some of those killer...
I like that copper lens,
totally.
too. Yeah,
Copper,
that's a nice lens. Yeah, for sure. Good question, though, and actually very good statement there. Thanks a lot for the call.
Hey, when we come back, we're going to find out who's got themselves a pair of Spiro XLs and a pair of the Untangled. We're giving away 2 Costas when we return. You stay tuned. It's Let's Talk Hookup, Southern California's sport fishing voice on the mightier 1090 ESPN Radio.
The name that stands out among anglers is Fisherman's Landing, your top choice in local and long-range fishing. Hi, this is Doug Kern. Our hardworking crew will make sure your fishing experience is one to remember. We offer the finest open party trips from 1 to 3 days, the best charter boats available, and of course, our world-renowned long-range fleet is second to none. Fisherman's Landing is a full-service operation offering great half-day trips on the Dolphin and full-day open party trips on the spacious and comfortable Liberty. Since we introduced the full-day trips at Fisherman's Landing, the 85-foot Liberty has become a favorite among full-day operations with bunks for your comfort, huge bait capacity, and RSW fish holds to keep your catch fresh. Plus, Liberty has a big modern galley and 2 interior heads with showers. All our open party trips from half-day, full, or 1 to 3 day trips can easily be booked online at fishermanslanding.com or give us a call at 619-221-8500. I'll see you at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego.
When it comes to fishing rods for saltwater, there's just one name you need to know, CalStar. Take, for example, the Graphiter series. It's a true graphite and fiberglass composite rod, the finest it's ever been built. And for anglers seeking traditional performance, durability, and quality at an affordable price, the CalStar West Coast series of rods and blanks are the ones for you. Their master craftsmen bring decades of rod building experience to every rod they make. So if you want your fishing rods to be truly state-of-the-art, I always recommend CalStar at fine tackle stores everywhere.
For quality, the Islander out of Fisherman's Landing is a favorite among anglers. But Islander Charter is much more than great fishing. They also do incredible Guadalupe white shark diving trips, as well as a schedule of kayak mothership trips. Check out Islander-Charters.com. The Islander is San Diego's leader when it comes to 1 1/2 to 5 day fishing. Experience the Islander difference. Visit Islander-Charters.com for all the details. There are plenty of boat slips and marinas in San Diego, but there's only one Kona Kai. It's not just a place to park your boat. It's a way of life here in America's finest city. The Kona Kai Resort Spa and Marina has multiple swimming pools and a private beach, waterfront restaurants, and award-winning spa, most of which is included for marine attendants. Check ResortKonakai.com for more information. The Kona Kai Resort, much more than just a place to park your boat.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. Okay, it's time. Big winners. We're giving away 2 pairs. So the winner from our callers, a big congratulations goes to Brad in San Diego. You got that brand new Spiro XL, Duane's favorite. And from our texters, the big winner picked by Duane, the random number at least picked by Duane, that ended up being Gary from Lawndale. You got those Untangled series. Congratulations, guys. Sweet. You are going to love your new Costa.
Yeah, and that was fantastic. Thanks
really
very much. And, of course, Duane, Pinnacle Sport Fishing, thanks for all your knowledge and just amazing fishing that you put people on. If somebody wants to book a trip with Pinnacle Sport Fishing?
Yeah, just look us up online, www.pinnaclesportfishing.com, or give us a call, 619-850-7575.
Do you have any demo Costas on the boat that people can try out?
Yeah, I actually do.
All right.
Yeah,
so people want to go fishing with you?
We're going to set them up with a case this year with all the different styles.
That's a great idea.
Lenses.
Absolutely.
I think that's a great
Don't
idea.
ever be shy to ask to try a pair of sunglasses.
There you
out
go.
on the boat.
Try the different lenses. What a perfect place to do it.
Good call.
Exactly.
And Bob,
so fun today.
Yeah, man, it's great to have you. We've got to have you guys back, and we're
Kick
so
off the year.
excited
This is
about our
awesome.
partnership with Costa this year,
We're
and
gonna have a fun
the
year.
future year. Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. And you're on your way to Clemente.
We're going to go over and try to avoid that tsunami and catch some waves and maybe catch a yellow or two.
Yeah, and what are you sporting on your eyes on the way over? What lens?
Just to change it up, I'm going to rock some Spiro XL green mirror.
Green mirror, yeah. See, it's not so bad. Nice. All right, cool.
Yeah, when you're on the water, all bets are off.
Yeah,
I don't got to worry
for
about
sure.
that. It's when you step on the dock. That's when
gotta look
that's
cool.
when you go back.
All right, and so for more information on Costa?
CostaDelMar.com, or you can find me anywhere around the docks and say, hey,
for
what's
sure.
up?
And, of course, at all the dealers that are supportive of Fisherman's Landing, East County Bait and
locator.
Tackle, Turner's Outdoorsman, and more. Yeah, they have a dealer located. Thanks a
Great
lot,
job,
guys.
you guys. That was
Great
fun.
job.
And happy
really
birthday.
fun.
Thank you.
Yeah, happy birthday, Duane.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. And, hey, tomorrow, what a show this is going to be. Fishing legends Captain Ben Griffith and Don Sansom. Unbelievable. You talk about old stories, those guys have got them. And that's going to be a great show. 7 to 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, right back here on Let's Talk Hookup. Thanks to Christian for manning the cold phones back there, and thanks a lot to Adam for manning the very good on the app. And we'll see you tomorrow morning, right back here on the Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio and the Let's Talk Hookup app.